So, next up is Wazatrax. Alright. Look at this. Zoom in. Boom, 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 boom. Oh. It's fine. Sorry, Gord. Alright, carrying on. Let's look at wazatrax.com. This is Warren Hall, music producer. Okay. It's Wix, and I hate Wix, but I can forego that opinion for the time being. I really don't like Wix at all. I just don't care for the site. But I will endeavor not to let that affect my impression of your work. I will endeavor. I'll try hard. And is Warren here, by the way? I'm not sure if he's tuning in or not. He might have to catch the VOD. But let's glance through here. We got a lot, kind of like top to bottom. It's one of those sites. Right, so it's like home, services, our work. Yeah, you get the idea. So let's look at, well, Matt's here now, but I'll read Matt's note anyways. He says, Ragnarez says, did this start an hour earlier? Negative. It is currently 4:45 p.m. my local time. So, white text says he can't read it. It says website, white font on white logo. Oh, yo. Yeah. That's a problem, yo. So if you zoom out, then we have this. And that's kind of a bit crazy. You know? So you can't really see what you're looking at. So perhaps that's the
fastest of them all.
What's up, Audio Loom? Yeah, it might be a bold choice. Good call, Matt. Thank you. It's kind of crazy. So zoom in. It's like this right away. And you're scrolled up, right? Yeah, a little bit nuts. And that is 100% too. That's actually 100%. That's where it starts. So I'll zoom way in. Okay. Is this large enough for you guys? Should be, right? Okay. So yeah, services, music, production, film music and soundtracks, sound design and sound editing, mixing and remixing. So producer the sound you want in your next demo, you can help them find the heartbeat to your film, custom music, soundtracks. Fix that typo. Set the scene with custom sound effects and soundscapes for your video game or videos. Get your latest single album, film, project, mix, remix. Great. Okay. Our work, collection of original compositions, songwriting, and performance. Okay, line awake, great. Film, trailer, score for thriller movie. Okay. About, Warren Hall is a record producer, songwriter, and audio professional based in Vancouver, BC. What's up? Represent hometown. He got into music through choir and piano lessons at age 7, wrote his first song at 13. He has since toured the nation as frontman for Canadian rock band The Centric Sphere and released 4 studio recordings. His most recent recorded at Warehouse Studios, Vancouver, BC. Sweet. Good studio. As a songwriter, he has received radio play across Canada for the Centric Sphere's singles On the Edge and The Scene. After attending Nimbus School of Recording and Media, he was hired by Juno Award-winning producer Garth Richardson, who runs that school, Rage, Peppers, to assist on the new Damn Fools recording, etc. Whether it's producing an artist or composing a score for film, Warren always brings professionalism, good vibes, and care into the mix. Music is his passion, and bringing emotions to life through sound is his forte. Beautiful. We are the music makers. Nice. Okay. Okay, carrying on. Oh, it's this again. Got it. Back to the bottom. Okay, so we got contact at Gmail, opening hours. Great. Hours. Really? Oh, hours. 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. That's a long hours, man. I find hours a bit strange. I don't know what you're are you located somewhere? Like, you are a record producer. Do you have an office location? Like, does it say where you are? No. Yeah, I don't know. That's strange to me, man. Hours is crazy. Like, Power doesn't have hours. We typically start at 9:03 a.m., but, like, I started at 8:30 this morning, so whatever. Happens sometimes. Okay, well, fine. let's go to your work. So we typically don't really look at songwriting and stuff. We mainly look at reels. So let's look at this, which I assume is what you want me to look at, Warren. Jack Marone also says, I'm confused. First, third person, us. Oh, really? Where does it say this? Does it say us? Warren Hall is. He got into music. Warren always brings. This is all like just Warren. Yeah, it's all just Warren here. But let's play this guy here. Can I go full screen? Is that a thing I can do? Come on, Wix, help me out. There we go. So 325. Video not... And don't make me... Well, thanks, Wix. Alright. I hate Wix so much. Bios in third person aren't that strange, Jack. It's pretty common, honestly. I mean, like ours is. I'll look at our team on powerupaudio.com. Look at this. Boom. Kevin Regami. As a lifelong gamer and audiophile, Kevin's day-to-day work at etc. Jeff. As a kid, Jeff learned how to navigate. It's pretty common. Mattesk doesn't mind third person if it's consistent. Yeah, nor does Kevin. All right, I'm gonna press play again. Hey Joey, how you doing, buddy? I'm gonna zoom in more. Like, I hate this site, guys. I'm sorry. Let's just press play. Oh well.
No one's seen this girl in 48 hours. And this guy's got a history with her.
He works in the DA's office?
Yeah, girl Katie has a restraining order out on him.
1 second. Am I full volume? I am full volume. Jeez. I'm back to here. Full volume.
He works in the DA's office?
Yeah, girl Katie has a restraining order out on him. I did this.
Tracy Wilcox was abducted and assaulted but managed to escape. We're placing her under witness protection.
You're the third lady in over a month that's been abducted.
I'm gonna say at this point, I'm really confused. I'm gonna keep watching the whole thing, 'cause this is like really interesting to me actually, but I need to say right now that I don't know what I'm looking at. So, Green Koala says, is the conversation in mono, or is my headphone dying? Yeah, let's watch the whole thing. I'm gonna watch the whole thing here. Let's do it. Let's do this thing. Warren, if you're here, please let me know, okay? Please.
Did you get a look at your abductor?
My memory's hazy. I mean, he drug me.
Forensics still hasn't found evidence of a third person at the scene of Lyndon's death.
I'm telling you, there was someone else there.
No, this was my fault!
So I'm a prostitute. I stopped prying into my life. You're not even a detective anymore.
Did you know those are the two women?
Yes.
Well, the same man that abducted you three is responsible for my partner's death. And I need to know who.
My driver dropped me off in an undisclosed address. It was dark. I wasn't paying attention. A masked man chloroformed me. I remember him stuffing me into a white truck. The next thing I knew, I was waking up in a strange bedroom. I don't know how, but I broke free and I managed to flee the house.
He's one step ahead of me. I don't know whether I'm chasing the killer or Lyndon's ghost. Is that the house?
It's my boss.
I know what you're doing. But you're bad for business.
No! It wasn't my fault.
Yeah, crazy. That was really interesting, and we have a lot to talk about here. Okay. Let me see Matt's notes. I'm really curious here. Let me see. We've got. Okay, so services says sound design work, but no examples or reels of that anywhere on the site. Yeah, Spotify links always have a problem on my PC for some reason. So those links basically won't get played. I talk smack on SoundCloud links all the time, but a SoundCloud link is definitely better than the Spotify one. Okay. I didn't even see the Spotify link. Was it here? No, here's SoundCloud. Or wait, this is the, what? Okay, we've got, I don't know where you're looking, man. YouTube, what's on the YouTube page? Nothing. There's nothing here about the video. So, okay, first off, Warren, I wouldn't put this here unless there's something to see there. Second, there's also nothing on your SoundCloud page. Instagram. Here we got some things here at least. We're good. Great. Okay. And then we've got, close these down. And we've got Facebook. Content not available right now. Okay. And then we've got Twitter. This is fine too, although no tweets. So this is a bit tricky, man. Because here's the thing. We if you have all these things here, but they're not linking to any more content, then they're kind of just empty space, right? That's a little bit tricky. Oh, and so yeah, Matt says here, you have a link to Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Facebook accounts with nothing posted. I have no idea if you're actually active as a company or a person. There really isn't much here that I would follow up on or want to contact about. Honestly, if I was looking for a composer, sound designer, or music producer, I'd more than likely move on to someone else. Yeah, and the reason is that it's not showing that you're active, and that's kind of, that gets like the distinction thing a bit to us, like down on the low left of the feed right now, right? The criteria. So the distinction is showing why you stand out from your peers in the industry. And here's the thing, your peers are, let's say, as good as you. Let's just say that just arbitrarily, okay? So we'll assume that they are as good as you. Now, if they are shown to be active, they have YouTube links, they have like an active Instagram with examples of their work, they have an active Facebook page with examples of their work, or showing them at industry events or at concerts or backstage or whatever, then these kind of things will show us that you have passion and interest and you're serious about what you're doing. Because this page, right now, it seems a bit like it's checking off boxes of things that should be on a website. For example, a YouTube link. But there's no reason for this to be here right now, you know? Yeah. So, okay, so I'll say what Matt says about the reel as well. So let's talk about the reel now, because the reel is a bit crazy. A work. So a collection of original compositions. This stuff I'm not worried about for the time being, because it's not really relevant to being hired as a producer or composer so much. Rather, it kind of is, but it's harder to get an idea of what your role was rather than having like a reel that shows all your work and describes what you did on those works. So He says the reel seems to be one rough cut of a movie trailer, so really only shows one thing. This all leaves a lot out of the picture. I know you can do one sort of music from that, but no idea what else you can do. Yeah. And that's all Matt said. We can say a lot more than that with this reel, but that's a huge fundamental point of this, is it's showing one thing only. And if you are looking to get hired for this kind of thing, for sound design and sound editing and mixing and remixing and film music and soundtracks and production, your reels or your reel should probably show that a lot more. So for like right now, I have absolutely no confidence whatsoever that you can do this because you haven't demonstrated it. Maybe you can do it. Maybe you're really good. I have no idea. That's the point, though. Your site right now doesn't tell me anything about your skill sets in sound design and sound editing in video games. And actually, even this reel. So this reel, film trailer score for thriller movie. So is this only showing the music? Is that the point? Or is it showing, or did you do all the audio for it? Because that's, I don't know if you did. That's probably an issue. So it's like this smacks of a student project, I think. I would bet that it's probably a student project. And the thing about student projects is they don't really get much across. And this is perhaps an incorrect assumption, but I'm going to go ahead and assume it's a student project, okay? Because from your saying I went to Nimbus, and you're saying that you do all these things, but not really having anything to show for it, and also the fact that you have these contact bits here, but they don't go anywhere, I'm going to make the safe assumption that you're pretty fresh out of school, or even still in school. I think it said you're finished, though, didn't it? After attending. Okay, so you're probably finished Nimbus now. But I'm going to make the safe assumption that you're pretty fresh out of school, and this is like maybe your final project or something like that, right? So that said, this isn't a very effective reel in its current state because it doesn't show a variety of what you can do. So, yeah, okay, so Jeff asks, he's wondering why the final trailer wasn't shown. Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know either. So first off, for a reel, I'll just tell you right now, for a reel, what's most typical and what's very, very effective is having a quick 3-second bookend on front and back, and the whole thing's a minute long, and the bookends have your name and your contact info, and that's it. Okay, so it says here's Warren Hall at Wise Tracks, and you can contact me at whatever, at Gmail or whatever. Have that front and back, and then have the middle filled with a few cuts showing off the various skills that your site claims you have, because you need to demonstrate that. You have to. Otherwise, people that don't know you will have no idea, and when there's other sites that show their skills, they're the obvious safer or less risky choice, because they're taking a chance on you, right? So your goal here should be to make taking that chance as low risk as possible in their eyes, right? So this reel is way too long, 325. If we're considering it a reel, because right now it's like not even really a reel. It's kind of like it's like one piece that you're showing off that you did. And that's fine, but it's not as effective as a reel might be. So let's watch this one more time. So right away,
No one's seen this girl in 48 hours.
So right away we have music in the middle and VO at hard right, which is a sacred ground, and I was right away wondering why the heck the VO was at hard right. I was thinking, like, is there somebody way off to the camera, like off camera at the right? And then it became clear that was not the case when there was like VO at hard left and hard right throughout the entire cut. And that kind of, it felt like you weren't in charge of the audio and you just got this thing and put music on top of it. So I'm not really sure if that's what the case was, but it felt strange immediately. And so Subwoofer Sub, Derek in the chat, he said, I feel if people start making assumptions due to lack of info on your part, you've lost. Yeah. You need to be absolutely clear and concise about everything you did and are capable of.
And this guy's got a history with her.
So I guess you've got, yeah, I just have no idea what this is. So I'm forced to just guess. Because you can see the time code's fading out with the black, so it's clearly not time code mapped to the trailer. It's time code on the film that's being cut together. And let me be clear and say that the music is not bad. It's quite good, actually. Like it's like, for what it's doing, it's pretty good. I like it.
What's your bad for business?
Yeah, it's like fine. It's like, I mean, it's not groundbreaking and blowing my mind, but it's not bad music by any stretch. It's fine.
You're the third lady in over a month that's been abducted. Did you get a look at your abductor?
My memory's hazy. I mean, he drug me.
Yeah, but like I mean, I don't know if I should be commenting on the dialogue cuts. Yo, Joey! Yes, with the swish. Often audio from OMFs that video editors export will be panned hard left and right. Totally! That's totally what it is. So it's like we got an OMF of the audio, and it's like they're in something like Final Cut or Premiere, you'll have tracks that are often paired left-right. Like they're like 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and you get them, but they import as mono tracks, panned hard left and hard right, and you need to like go in and clean it up and make sure that Pro Tools knows how to interpret all that data. So that's totally what it is, absolutely. So that's really interesting. What's up, Cole? Good to see you, man. So yeah, really interesting though. So I mean, I have no idea if you did the audio for it. If you did, I mean, let's assume you did for a second. Let's listen to this.
You're the third lady in over a month.
Hard left.
Abducted. Did you get a look at your abductor?
And crazy noise floor.
I mean, he drug me.
There's no fill in between. There's no
Forensics
fade out.
hasn't found evidence of a
It
third
cuts
person
off
at the
hard.
Scene of Lyndon's death.
This guy's got a history with her.
There's like pops all over the place too. If you listen carefully, you can hear pops on the edits. So you gotta fade your stuff as well, man.
He works in the DA's
But again, this is all assuming that you did the audio post. And the thing is, your site claims that you do, or at least I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah, film or mix. So your site claims that you do the roles that would be responsible for that kind of thing. So right now, this is a very bad reel as far as a demonstration of your ability, because if it was music only, it'd be great. It'd be interesting, showing kind of what you can do with music for a tone or a context or whatever. But if you are claiming to do these things, and if you didn't do those things on this video, people will assume you did. And because it seems like it's unedited and it's not even like faded out, or there's no tone fill or anything. It's quite messy for the sound design and dialogue. So people are gonna hear that and be like, "What? Okay, I'm not giving this guy my work." Like that's what's gonna happen. So this has got to change. It's got to. You need to either pull out all the audio that's not music, or fix all the audio. You just have to do it. Otherwise, this is doing you a disservice right now. This is like actively harming your site. So perhaps tough truths, but it's absolutely true. it's definitely the case. So yeah, like I was saying with the reel thing. So just to recap, again, do a minute long for your reel, 1 minute. Put a 3-second bookend on both sides, and fill the center with a few different clips showing off the various things that your site claims that you do. So put in some like game redesign stuff, or games you have worked on if you have. And then as well, maybe like films you've worked on, or films you want to work on, do like a trailer redesign as well. Do something original, put it in there. Just fill it with content and make sure it's all mastered the same. Make sure it flows nicely. Put titles on each thing saying what it is, what you did, if it's original work, or if it is a redesign, or if it's shipped, if it's a game. All that stuff is really important to put in there. And as well, I totally encourage you to watch previous episodes of Real Talk as well, because you're going to get a lot of that in previous talks as well. Okay. Yeah, so that should be pretty much it. Yeah, I think so. So the distinction is like we don't even need to talk about, because it's like right now there's some pretty fundamental problems happening here. So What's up, Civic Tiger? Yeah, we're like literally rapping right now. Riobuck says, might be wrong. I should say Matt first. Basically, again, lack of context and info is going to lead to bad opinions being made. That very well might not be your fault. Yeah, I have no idea. You know, these things we're talking about, I kind of half suspect that you're going to be like, oh.
Butt slide.
What's up, Hank? Hey, Nogari. Yo. What's up? Yeah, like we are forced to have been making assumptions, you know? And I mean, I have no idea if we're correct. I have no way of knowing. So, yeah, a few people have said we start early. Is there was there daylight savings somewhere in the world or something? Very possible. So Rio says, the opening hours makes the company seem like it has quite a lot of years at its back, yet I don't know if this is showing it. One trailer that has some audio issues makes it a bit sad, makes me a bit sad, and runs counter to the opening hours thing hard enough to possibly create problems. Yes. And Matt says, we repeat a lot of the same things over and over because those are the things that are important. Okay, yeah, so UK time change is early compared to US Canada. No. Oh, well, rip. Rip. So you have to like watch me work on Tooth and Tail now instead. Poor you. The worst. Yeah, sorry, Tiger. I think that's all for now, though. Matt, if you want to drop your Woot sound link in the chat, as per usual, Matt does mentorship by donation. So this kind of thing, just throw your stuff his way and he'll chat through on Skype or whatever. And as well, we're usually happy to be doing a little follow-up as well if you have any more questions about your stuff, if we didn't answer anything or if we got anything wrong or whatever. Actually, Ali, I still need to talk to you, don't I? I'll find time, man. This week has been particularly insane, so I'm really sorry about that. But we'll catch up soon, okay? So let's jump back into Gord. And thank you again to everyone submitting. Next week, we've got...